Númenor was the greatest kingdom of men until something terrible happened. After Morgoth was defeated, the men who stayed faithful received a gift. The Valar themselves gave them the beautiful island of Númenor. Their men became wiser, more powerful, and enjoyed lives far longer than other men. While Middle-earth was still suffering, Númenor rose like a star in the west. The Númenorian became lords of the sea. They built towers that touched the sky, and the white tree bloomed in the heart of their royal city. But as Númenorians grew in power, something began to change. They started to envy the elves as they longed for immortality. But the Valar told them it was against the will of the Creator. Some started to resent the Valar, and Númenor was divided between the men of the king and the faithful. Over time, their fear of death grew stronger. Their wiser men were trying to discover the secret to immortality. Meanwhile, the men of the king became greedier, and now they wanted riches and dominion over Middle-earth. Their power was such that even Sauron surrendered to them. So their proud king, Ar-Pharazôn, brought him to Númenor as a prisoner. But Sauron's flattery and promises started to seduce the king until he became his most trusted advisor. With Sauron's influence, Númenor descended into the darkness. During that time, the white tree withered, and when Sauron ordered to destroy it, Isildur, who was among the faithful, managed to grab a single fruit from it, but it was too late. Sauron's poison had already reached the kingdom's core. He built a great temple at the center of the island, where men performed dark sacrifices in their desperation to escape death. He gave them wealth, he gave them power, but always at a cost. The skies turned black, storms came one after another, lightning struck the land like a warning from the heavens. One bolt even struck the summit of Sauron's temple, and there he stood unshaken at the pinnacle. From that day on, men began to worship him as a god. Soon after, the king gathered his fleet and set sail to the Undying Lands. Deceived by Sauron, the Númenorians dared to claim what was never meant for mortal hands. But as they reached the White Shores, the Valar stepped aside, and the Creator moved to restore balance. The seas rose, the fleet sank like stones, and Númenor, once blessed, was swallowed by the ocean. And that's how the greatest kingdom of men fell, when they forgot where their light came from.